The EITF plays a really important role in the board's process to set standards. They're the primary body that deals with implementation issues, particularly narrow-scoped implementation issues, and they're also a conduit for issues that are bubbling in practice that the board may need to address in a timely fashion.
I think the EITF members bring a broad perspective to the standard setting process. There's preparers, there's investors, there's auditors who are out in the field seeing live transactions and are able to identify where there's diversity in practice, where there's new questions, new types of transactions arising in the market, and being that vision, that line of sight for the FASB into current practice issues, I think is something that we as members can really add value to the FASB.
As a user, I think it's very important to be involved in the standard setting process, and by joining the EITF, it was a way to be directly involved and to make sure that the users of financial statements had a say in what the final outcome would be.
There are certain occasions when you'll come up across a standard or there's a gap in a standard, or the standard really isn't very helpful. And so I thought I could use my experiences to help in forming and shaping some of those standards and working with others in doing that. And that collaboration is really important because the task force takes people from very different experiences with very different viewpoints and helps bring them together. And I think we get more practical, better solutions by bringing all those people together.
There are so many notable EITF issues that the EITF has addressed over the years. A couple in most recent memory would be the work that they did on push-down accounting, as well as simplifications to employee benefit plans. But if you think about the things that they've done over the years, I mean, they've made improvements to revenue recognition, business combinations, stock-based comp, and a number of deep technical areas. And so they've really had an impact on the board's standard setting process.
I think that the EITF really by design is to handle smaller impacts, but one area that I think it had a larger impact is on the low-income housing tax credits. And that really came from being able to move that recognition below the line, which is really more reflective of what the economic impact is.
I think some of the improvements that the EITF contributes is that it helps to reduce diversity in practice, such as business combinations, derivatives, fair value.
I think the work that the EITF has done over the years is really significant. You look back, when in our day-to-day work, researching issues and addressing transactions, we still are looking back to EITF issues that were resolved in the 80s and the 90s. And so there actually has been a real permanence to a lot of the solutions that the EITF has arisen. One
of the things that I think is really something that needs to be addressed is the treatment of goodwill. And you're seeing that in the way that companies are handling non-GAAP information, so that they're breaking out things between tangible and non-tangible book value. And I think that that is a sign that it is something that really should be addressed, and either the EITF or the FASB board does need to bring that up.
So one of the issues that the EITF is currently addressing is some issues around cash flow statements. I see there's some really vexing issues. I think we could deal with some more issues around cash flow statements. Implementation issues around some of those major standards that were either newly issued or about to be issued. And then the FASB has a major initiative on simplification. We're bringing a lot of people in from different parts of the profession with different angles, different viewpoints. I think we can help FASB come up with some practical solutions.